The Jordan Valley, 30% of the West Bank, is located on the easternmost border of Palestine, Israel, and borders the Jordan River and the Dead Sea, which Palestinians have not had access to. What I mean by de facto annexation is that since 1967, Israel has declared that 60% of this area is a closed military zone, which means that Palestinians can't be on it, they can't dig into water wells, they cannot access the water for agriculture, even for their own drinking purposes. Right now, the settlers that live there, approximately 11,000 settlers, have access to 6 times as much water as the Palestinians. Israel has also declared 26 nature preserves. This is greenwashing, where they basically said these lands we're going to preserve for nature purposes, but that really just means that Palestinians can't be on those lands as they continue to build up settlements. The settlements now in the Jordan Valley, the 37 settlements, 11,000 settlers, stand over one of the most productive settlement industries of agribusiness, the palm date industry, and so on and so forth, that should be the object of boycott, divestment, and sanctions campaigns. So what I mean by de facto annexation is that, as a matter of fact, Palestinians can't live there, they can't go there, they can't produce, they cannot have livelihood. Now, as a matter of law, Israel is basically telling the world, listen, we're going to stop the sham. It's just going to become part of Israel. We'll make it a fact on the ground, and it'll be part of what we call the defensible borders that Palestinians will have to accept. And under the framework of the peace process, that's exactly what the arrangement is. Israel has steadily taken the land, and because none of the peace process is regulated by any international law or by multilateralism, but instead is brokered by the U.S., which is Israel's primary ally, they can then establish that all the land that they take is theirs when they come back to the negotiating table and then say, Palestinians, you must accept this or take nothing. That's why this is, yes, a war crime. Yes, this is really disheartening. Yes, this is horrible, but this is also the logical end of a policy that we have stood by and watched. And instead of discussing this as settler colonial removal, instead of discussing this as apartheid and racial discrimination, we have discussed this as a question of sovereignty and a question of negotiations in 2 states, where the objective facts on the ground lead that there has not been a Palestinian state, that there will not be a Palestinian state. What Israel has wanted since 1967 and articulated in the Alon Plan, and now brought to fruition, is that Palestinians will be in semi-autonomous regions where they can govern themselves in Bantustans, and Israel will control the rest of their lives around them. And that's what we're seeing.